Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful day and another beautiful episode of Thursday Thyroid Talks. I forgot to do the title again. I always do that. Okay, it's okay. Everyone knows I'm here. Instagram's telling them. Hi, everyone. How is your morning going? I'm drinking some lemon water, as always. Love the detoxing effects of lemon water. So good for your liver. Welcome. Hi. Glad to see you. So, good morning and welcome to Thursday Thyroid Talks, hosted by yours truly, Sarah Lohman. I'm here to provide you with real-life experiences from thyroid warriors who have been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, Graves, and or Hashimoto's thyroiditis. This series is my way of giving back to the thyroid community in order to help combat the loneliness and isolation that so many of you are feeling. I provide that support by holding space for women from my thyroid community who volunteer to talk about and share their thyroid journey with you. This series is sponsored by my company, Coach Sarah Joy, LLC. Coach Sarah Joy is my personal one-on-one coaching services where in my 90-day program, Energy for Life, I guide and support women who are serious about overcoming their thyroid illnesses holistically and are looking to restore their health, happiness, and lives. All right, are you ready to dive in, you guys? So today's featured warrior is Grisska. I hope I'm saying that right, honey. Why don't you go ahead and request to join and I'll bring you on. Hi, how are you? Thanks for being here. How are you this morning? There's a little button that you just say request to join and then it'll send me a notification and all I have to do, there you go. All right, go. She's coming on. There you are.
Hi.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I had an early morning acupuncture session.
Oh,
And so I feel
okay.
very calm right now because it's very soothing. Have you ever tried acupuncture?
Well, I have to think about it because I'm afraid of needles, so typical, right? But
Everyone says that to me. Even my kids are like, "Oh, needles, they're so scary. How do you do that?" And it's not like what you would think out of a needle. It's not like a shot or something really going inside of your body. And the needle is so small, you can almost barely see it. But it's amazing that it's like effective enough to actually help you. And so acupuncture is really great because it can provide you with like an emotional release. Like if you're dealing with trauma or pent-up emotions, there's a lot of different spiritual ailments that you can actually heal with acupuncture as well. So it's a practice that I've been using. It's something that I started using on my thyroid wellness journey years ago because I found a really good one and I've been with him for like 3 or 4 years now. So
nice.
yeah, I encourage everyone
I heard
to try.
a lot of good things. I don't know if I will do it, but yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. So why don't you start at the beginning and just tell us the basics of like who you are, your name, and where you're at, and then you could just lead into your story from the beginning from there.
Sure. So I'm Grizzka. I'm from Costa Rica. I'm living in Central America. So we have today a sunny day. And I wanted to come and introduce myself to talk a little bit about my experience with thyroid illness. I have, I had, and I have both hypo, and then it jumped into hyper. Because as you mentioned, some triggers can cause that. And I had a situation in my life that triggered the hyperthyroidism. So it's been a difficult journey, and I really appreciate all what I've been learning from you, from your page, from your Instagram. When I was diagnosed with the hyper, I was looking because I was a really healthy person. I never had problems with health. I never been in a hospital. I never been sick or nothing. So when this happened, it took me by surprise. And actually, I was dealing with some important issues in my life. The trigger was my husband's disease. This happened a year ago, exactly June, and that triggered my hyper. My poor thyroid it was a mess. He was I was feeling all the symptoms that you mentioned, like I was shaking all the time. I have palpitations, my heart beating really fast for no reason. The tiredness, oh, always, always. It was really difficult because I have to deal with the fact that I was feeling physically sick and also really sad for for him departure from my life. I have to learn how to live without him, to do everything by myself. So that was really hard, and all that triggered the symptoms.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
So
was hard.
can we back up for a second? You said that you had hypo that switched to hyper.
Mm-hmm.
So prior to your husband passing, you were already diagnosed with hypo?
Yes,
How many
yes.
years were you dealing with hypo?
How many years? Like around 3 years around. I don't remember exactly. I
Okay.
remember being with him at home, and he will say, "Wow, you're so moody. What is going on with you? Like
Yeah.
irritable, like happy or sad, and for no reason." And he told me, "We need to get an appointment with the doctor, and he will tell you exactly what you have, because this is not real. This is weird."
Mm.
He called me, "Sometimes I'll move because you're turning green, like Hulk, She-Hulk."
Oh my goodness.
Like, yeah, it was weird. So I managed to get the appointment. We went to the doctor, and actually he was kidding with the doctor, saying like, probably I was premenopause and this and that. And the doctor said, no, she's too young to have premenopause. So what he did was all the tests and exams, and yeah, I come up with hypo. So they prescribed me the
Yeah.
levothyroxine. I don't know. Yes.
Levothyroxine. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was okay. I was okay taking it. Honestly, I was focusing more in my husband's health at that time. So I didn't, because it's not like chronic here. I have to make like, sorry, my dog is going on.
That's okay.
So the appointment with the doctor for continuous and checkup on my thyroid was not there. I was focusing in him, and unfortunately we lost the battle, and he died. And
What
since
was
then,
what was going
yeah.
on with him exactly?
Well, he had a kidney failure, and we needed a new kidney, and that's really stressful from starting to know that you need a donor, you need a donation. We were doing dialysis here at home, everything, all the process, right?
Wow.
And in some point, I told the doctor, I want to give him the kidney, and we did all the process. I pray God to be compatible. We did. I was compatible, but everything didn't work out at the end. COVID came, everything got delayed, everything was so slow, like they took so long to do something. So he got really sick and infected for a bacteria, those that you got in the hospitals, and
Oh man.
he couldn't make it, and now he's not around, so it's really, really difficult. I spent more than 20 years with him, so it was my life. And now at that time, I was really sad and still sad, and the thyroid developed, right, in a bad way, right, from the hypo jumped to hyper because of the symptoms. I don't know if you can notice, it's really big. It doesn't hurt or nothing. It just is bloated.
Is it hard to swallow?
No, not that much. No,
Okay.
today is especially big, but yeah, it's just doesn't hurt or nothing. It's just the look. But I don't mind. I don't go out. Right? We cannot go out, so it's okay.
Are you still on lockdown in Costa Rica?
Yes, not that extreme. You can go to the supermarket. We got some business open, but yeah, they prefer still to stay home as much as you can.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I thought,
The vaccine is quite low, sorry. Yeah, so
mm,
I should have been vaccinated already and still in the process.
wow.
So yeah, yeah.
So, okay, I see, I'm seeing the bigger picture. So you started having health issues. Your husband noticed it first and was like, "Whoa, you've changed. What's going on with you? Let's get you checked out." And
Yes,
you got checked out. They told you what was going on, gave you some medication, but everything was just so crazy with him that your health,
focus on him. Yes.
yeah, you weren't able to really focus on you and your health the way you needed to.
It's
And
like it was not that bad. Like at that time, I didn't felt bad or not
mm,
that much.
mm,
Besides some of the symptoms, some people will say because you were focusing on your husband, you don't develop nothing. You keep yourself somehow, some way healthy for him.
mm.
So I don't know. I wanted
I
to take
mean,
care of him, so maybe.
yeah, I that's totally understandable. Honestly, if I put myself in your situation and I was fighting for my
Hmm.
husband's life, I would probably not care much about myself either, and I would just do everything and anything I could to try to save him.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, I was not aware of nothing about my illness because actually when they do the exams for my health, the hypo showed up and they said it's okay, still you can donate the kidney. So I was thinking like
Mm,
probably it's nothing. Like I said, I'd never been sick, so this was new, and I thought that it was a minor thing
mm.
that a pill can cure. Even I remember
Uh,
now asking the doctor like for how long I will take the pill. I thought that it was for a couple of months and then I'll be fine. And he told me, no, it's all
uh,
the time.
mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
he made you he made you see that it's more serious than maybe you thought. Yeah. Wow. So COVID came, you were doing the dialysis on your husband at home, you were pouring all of you into him, and then COVID came, and so what happened? Why if you were a matched donor, how come that wasn't able to go through? Did they say, like, what happened?
Honestly, it's just the healthcare here is not that sometimes it's bureaucracy, a lot of paperwork and stuff like that.
Mm,
Uh they take so much time doing paperwork and exams, this and that. We managed to be transferred from one hospital to another because the hospital that was taking on him is not the one doing the operation. So we finished like a year with exams and all that, and we were transferred with the order of possible for transplant. And we arrived on the hospital, and they started all the exams, all the process again, like saying, like, no, we don't trust in the hospital. We have to do it here again. And it's the same insurance, the same government insurance hospital, but still. So we have to wait another year. There were a bit of complications with his health and the delay, right? Like if he got a flu, it was double. He got fever. Sometimes he have to go into hospital because he was swallowed with retained water, even though dialysis was ongoing still. So they are really delicate patients. So
Yeah.
it was really difficult to keep him really in optimum, good conditions for the transplant. So it took a lot, and he got a little bit of what do you call it, like a little infection in one of his legs, and they needed to be clean in the hospital and stuff like that. And apparently, because going at the hospital, he got a bacteria that the one that stays in the hospital, I don't know, that they don't, that is really strong, really hard. So
Was it MRSA?
that sorry,
Was it MRSA?
no, it was
Because
shoot,
oh, it's okay. You
it
don't have to
smell
remember. MRSA is
it
one of the
smell like grass. I remember the color green in the leg, like it smelled lemony. I don't remember, sorry. So it was really difficult for them to remove the bacteria, so it get inside him, and because he was anemic and weak, all the antibiotics that they were trying with him were not working. That is common in patients with kidney problems. So
their
yeah, he
immune
couldn't resist.
system. He just had
Yeah,
such a low immune system. He couldn't fight it off.
exactly. So everything get in,
Yeah.
everything awful.
Wow.
So yeah, we couldn't do anything for him. He was so tired. So it was for the best. God, God knows what is going on. He knows what is the reason why, and I will have it here in my heart always.
Yeah. Try not to cry.
Yeah, I don't think about it.
So did he pass away like you were right there with him in your house,
Yes,
basically?
we decided to have it here at home because he wanted to be with us,
Yeah.
not at the hospital.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we could manage that because with COVID, they don't give you the bodies. Instead, you cannot be beside him. So the doctors at the hospital who cares about him, me, managed to give him back to me. So I took him home and we were with him as a family. We enjoy one day together, and it was perfect. It was perfect. He knew everybody was here, everybody was around him, and
Wow.
we loved that, and we treasure that he was with us.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Pro is definitely better than us now with
yeah.
his mom, with everybody else, happy, just waiting for me and
Yeah.
everybody else, family.
Yeah. I believe that too. That's you really are strong. I see all your friends on here telling you how strong and
Yes,
amazing you
yes,
are.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Hola, hola.
Yeah. That's I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, it's hard. It's
I
hard.
truly believe though that these hard things that we go through in life, they really do teach us things that we need to learn. And if you allow
Yeah.
it, and can and does make you a better, stronger person in the long run. And I don't know about you, but I love listening and learning about people's near-death experiences. And
Yes.
every person I've ever watched or listened to says that the other side is nothing but love and peace and happiness.
Hmm.
And so I truly believe that he is
Yeah.
happy and he's
Yes.
in a good spot. And I also truly believe that he's watching over you and he's probably with you
Thank
right
you.
now.
He already came to visit in my dreams one time.
Oh,
He came and he told me, like, I'm fine. He gave me a hug and he
oh,
was smiling. He was happy,
see,
really happy. So
there you
I know
go.
I know he's fine.
So there you go. You know, he's okay. And he would be happy for you to start focusing on you
Yes,
and your health and your needs
yes,
and
yes.
the situation that you have. You know, I'm sure he wants to see you prosper and live in love again.
Yeah, he was the one pushing me. Like, you need to go to the doctor. You took your
Yeah,
pills. You need to take care of yourself. I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy.
yeah.
He told me all the time that, yes,
See, and I'm sure he still believes that from the other side now. And
yes.
we have been talking quite a bit, and I want the same thing for you too. And
Thank you so much.
your thyroid journey is it's definitely something that you're gonna have to go through. It's, you know, it's a
Yes.
process to get better. And
Yeah, I never expected to be that bad.
yeah,
The symptoms and everything. My
yeah.
God. Yeah.
Well, like we were talking about the post that I did the other day of how the trauma, it comes in and it weakens your immune system. And because you already were battling hypo, which indicates to me that there was a viral infection and a possible bacterial infection already in your body, when you went through the stress of losing him, it opened up the ability for these pathogens to proliferate and come on strong and make you sicker. And so
Mm.
does that mean that, you know, you're just screwed and you're going to have to deal with this the rest of your life? No way. You
Hope
know,
no, no, no.
no way. That is, you know, a lot of what you hear me say is do not do not give up hope, and you can heal. So, you know, we all go through trauma and stress in our lives, and it can bring on a lot of things that we have to deal with our health. But at the same time, there is so much positivity that can come out of it. And like what we were saying when we were talking on the phone or on the Zoom call, I really feel like with you, I get very energetically connected to the people that I talk to. And
Mm-hmm.
you and I have been speaking a lot recently. And
Yes.
I really feel like, do you remember what I told you on the call of I kept hearing in my meditations, I kept hearing a really strong voice tell me that right now you really need a friend. You just really need a friend and
I remember.
someone to be there to support you and be really loyal to you and support you and help you and lift you up. And
Remember.
listening to your story about your husband, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the one that was speaking that to me, you
Yes.
know?
Yes.
And I think that you are amazing. And I think you have a long, beautiful life ahead of you with good health.
Yes,
And
I believe that too. I believe in God, and I believe that too. Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
So, people come into our lives for a reason and they leave our lives for a reason. I
Mm-hmm.
I lost my brother in a very tragic way. He was
Yes, I know.
he was shot and killed. Our last phone call was him. He was high on drugs and he was yelling at me and he was telling me he didn't want me to be his sister anymore. But I
Mm.
knew he didn't mean it, and I knew it was just the drugs talking. And did I know that that was going to be our last conversation, and then I would wake up in the morning and find out from the news that he was shot and killed by the cops that
Oh,
night? No, it was the most traumatizing, horrible situation I've ever been through, because
oh,
not only did I have the media trying to interview me, but then
oh,
I had detectives interviewing me, and none of them even cared that my brother, my best friend, was literally just taken from me. And I didn't even get to say
okay.
goodbye to him, you know? It
Yeah.
was,
Yeah. Oh,
and I, so I believe that in these moments of pain and trauma and loss, we have two choices we can make. We can choose to allow it to make us sad, and we can live in that grief and depression and just wallow in it, or we can choose to look at life in a whole new perspective and really appreciate life and every day that we wake up and do something with the rest of our lives. And if right now struggling with an illness is the one thing that you have to focus on, getting yourself better, then that's going to be good for you, because as you focus on yourself right now and getting your health under, taken care of, it's also going to
mm-hmm.
help you rediscover who you are and what
Yes.
you want out of life and where you're going from here. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what my brother's death helped me realize is, who am I and where am I going?
Yes. Yes, I agree. I agree. We have to, as hard as can be, I need to see the positive about this. Uh, I need to take care of myself. I need to learn about my illness. That's why I was looking online and I found you about this thyroid and all the ideas, solutions, what it is, what we can do,
Mm-hmm.
that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that
Mm-hmm.
that you can do, you understand, because here we don't have much information. And I the doctors even can actually went to the doctor and they said that I was sad, I was depressed
Mm-hmm.
because my husband just died, and they prescribed a pill for depression, and it was not that. Of course I was sad because my husband died, but not like
It's
depressed
no.
for being.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so it was hard for me understand what was going on, because somebody to tell you that you have depression is a
Mm-hmm.
strong word.
Yeah.
So I didn't want it to feel like I was just giving up. So I searched and I looked and I found you, and
Mm-hmm.
it's been so helpful. I have more hopes, and I think I know I'm going to be better. I know
That's
I'm going to
right.
be healthy.
That's right. I know it. Don't say I think.
I
I know it. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, when you're sitting at a doctor's office and this person who we all put up on a pedestal with their
Yeah.
white coat, and their authority, and they walk in and you tell them what's going on, and then they give you this label back, and they stamp a label on your forehead and say, oh, you have this and you have that. It's really easy for us to absorb that label and go,
Mm.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, I just have depression. And
Yeah, to get totally confused
yeah.
seeing about it.
Mm-hmm. But the one thing that I want you to know is, like you said, your intuition, you just told me, I know that wasn't it. That's what everyone else feels too. They say, oh, I have weight gain and my skin is dry and my hair's falling out. And they go, oh, you have depression. But you know that's not it. So, number one lesson right there is follow yourself, follow your intuition. Number two,
Exactly.
just because it comes out of their mouth doesn't mean it's right.
It's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep exploring your inner guidance system and what it's telling you you need. That's the most important thing you can do right now. So,
Yes, totally.
some of the great things that you can do if you feel like, well, where do I begin? Is journaling and just asking yourself those basic questions.
Mm-hmm.
What do I want? Who am I? Where do I see myself in 5 years from now? Where do I see myself in 10 years from now? What do I want? Where do I want to live? Where do I want to work? What kind of health do I want? You know, and when you really just start asking yourself these basic questions, it's amazing how much will come out of you. And then
Yeah.
it's like putting together a life plan in a way. And then so you have now this roadmap of everything, who you are and what you want. And then you go, well, how do I get that? What are my action steps to become that? Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so how, I know that you have the swollen gland right now. What are your current symptoms?
Um, I have palpitations, but they give me a pill for calm down that. So it's now and then I feel it. I'm tired, tired all the time, like really tired. Sometimes I cannot go out. Like if I need to go to the supermarket, I have to think about it because for some reason, I lost balance. I look like I'm walking drunk. I don't know.
Mm.
And I
Dizzy?
can,
Do you get dizzy?
I won't say dizzy. I say like out of balance.
Off
Like,
balance? Like you're on a boat?
yeah, something like that.
Mm.
So sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's like I'm really hot or cold or sweaty and my palms sweaty. I was shaking prior, but not much more. And I'm definitely foggy. I forget stuff. I remember sometimes, others no.
Mm.
Um, yeah, tired, really tired is the most difficult, and
Mm.
and lack of like energy
Uh-huh.
and strength. Like if
Mm.
I want to sit down, sometimes I cannot come back up like normal. I have to look for help or help from the wall or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like my legs doesn't respond. It's weird.
Yeah, a lot of weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 And the hair, losing hair a lot. That's
Mm.
why I cut it. Normally it's long, but I don't have the strength to take care of it right now.
Mm.
So I just cut it.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I remember when I just could care less about shaving because it was just too much damn energy to shave.
Yes,
Like, I don't care.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Though I'm cooking. I'm
Good.
happy cooking. My husband taught me that, and I'm cooking, and I like it. It relaxes me, and I can eat healthy.
That's good. That
I follow up
the energy at least to cook. That's good.
exactly. Yes, and I don't have kids. I do have my pets. I love them. Those are my kids, and I have
Mhm.
to wake up in the morning and feed them, right, and walk them. So I do that here inside the house, but or in the jar. We have a little jar, so I do it there because I have to do it. So they help me out. They keep me going.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Pets are so amazing. It's amazing
Yes,
how
they
much
care.
happiness they bring into our lives.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you are playing with them and you're having fun with them, that actually strengthens your immune system. So that is, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's very good on many different levels, but I'm always so weird with the way I think with my science brain. I'm like, every time like you cuddle your dog, you hug your dog, that's all strengthening you, and not only emotionally and spiritually but physically as well. So get your cuddles in more.
Exactly. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, my family, right? They come, they call,
Good.
but everybody have a life, right? They have to work. Some live apart. So at the end of the day, it's me and my pet.
Mm-hmm.
But they are here, and I appreciate them so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot live without them, all my family. And we'll see how it goes with all this. I'm still learning from you all the what you know about the thyroid and what to do. I changed my diet. I told you about it. I cut some things that I know are not good for me at the moment, and I wanted to get rid of the pill. I don't like pills. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
taking them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like what they can do to your body. So I'm in love with the fact that I can learn from you food that is good, what they can do, and manage that. Yeah,
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
healthy.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm not telling anyone to go off their medication. I don't have that right to tell anyone to go off their medication. That is a decision that you get to make with your body and your
Hmm.
doctor. But I can tell you from my own personal experience, it can be done. And you are not doomed to taking medication that you don't want the rest of your life,
Yeah.
regardless of what you're told. So,
Yes.
well, I'm really proud of you. Thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on and sharing your,
Thank.
you have very,
Yeah, I'm trying. God knows I'm trying because there's some days that I just wanted to give up. But
yeah,
I know
don't.
what is right. I know what is correct. I
Mm-hmm.
know that I have to. I have to do it for him and for me. For me, I know that I'll
Mm-hmm.
be in the way of happiness if I feel better, and him also for seeing me strong and healthy.
I love that. I I love that. At first, whatever drives you right now, hang on to it hard, because that
Hmm.
is what it will keep your hope and your strength going. And
Yes,
that's how I was at first with my brother. I felt like everything I did, it was like I did it for him. And then as time went on, it changed into doing it for me, and it stayed
yes,
into doing it for me. And every now and then I'll tell him, because I know he's with me too, I'll tell him, like,
definitely.
check out what I've done. You'd be so proud of me. You know.
Exactly.
And
See,
that,
exactly.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I understand because when he was here, and even all my family knows, I was like spoiled.
Mm.
He will cook for me. He will take care of me in every way.
Oh,
I was just the princess for him. So now I have to learn to take care of myself by my own with his inspiration and with his guidance in my heart.
yeah.
I know that.
Oh, that's sweet.
I
What a
know
good
that.
man.
It was, it was the best, the best.
Not a lot
Mm,
of women ever experience that. You're very lucky.
I know.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he taught me how to cook. I didn't like to cook. I remember my father when we were going to marry, he said, well, she cannot boil even water, so it's
You've
your
been
choice.
warned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, we did it together. Most of the time he cooked, and I was the how he called me like
Like a,
the
a sous chef.
third category helper
Oh,
because I didn't know much of just passing the onions and all that.
yeah.
But he made it possible, and I can cook now. I definitely for him. So
Well,
I treasure that, and I got his recipes, pictures, and I will continue treasuring that. Yes,
yeah, that's
I'm
good
blessed.
because that is a skill that you will need to use in order to take care of yourself now. And I'm grateful he
Yeah.
left you with that because that's a very important
Oh,
part
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
healing is being
yeah,
able to make yourself fresh recipes. So,
exactly.
what a sweetheart. Well,
Yes, he was. He was the funny guy ever. Was so gentleman, friend with everybody. He loved animals. So you can say much about a person who loves animals. He preferred to be with animals
no.
and not with the people.
Yeah.
He preferred to be with dogs.
I think a
He
lot of
preferred
people
some
can
days.
understand that.
Yeah, yes. So he was gracious and funny. He always made me laugh. I caught myself so many times laughing at the same joke every year, at the same joke, and I
Yeah,
appreciate that
that's
every
good.
time.
Well, I'm glad you have so many positive memories that'll live on with you. And your next man, they got a high bar.
I don't know if it actually exists, so
Oh,
I'm not in a
wow.
hurry. Yeah.
Yeah,
At the
good.
moment, I'm with God, my family, and my pet.
That's good. Those are good people to be with,
Yes,
and lots of
yes, yes.
angels too. Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to tell you about changing and stuff like that. In regard to that, I am starting the tea. She mentioned, guys, a lemon tea with honey is really good for the thyroid. So I drink it every morning and actually helps. I feel like not bloated, like really like thin. So
Yeah.
it's good. And I assume goes up to the thyroid and the vitamin C and helps. So I'm doing that. So you should be proud.
Yes, I am. The vitamin C is another immune booster, and it's a great
Right.
detoxer for your liver. And those are two huge important things that you need. And the honey is antiviral. So it's like a
Excellent.
triple threat. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Because I am concerned because still I'm taking the pill. They warn me about many issues with the pill and my liver. So I'm really concerned about that. So I'm drinking a lot of water. I actually it's normal for me to drink water, so I include the tea, lemon tea with honey, and I'm eating bananas also. Go out and breathe new air, oxygen,
Good.
all that. Yes,
Good. Good. See, you're already rediscovering yourself in so many ways.
exactly. See,
Good.
yeah,
Keep it up.
yeah. So,
All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. So you're welcome to stay on while I give my closing thoughts, or you can just close your site out and watch the rest if you want. So
sure.
I
Oh,
just wanted to
here.
say thank you again so much for being here. I am always in awe of people's journeys and stories. And I mean,
Thank,
yours is,
thank you. It was my
yours is at the
pleasure.
top.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was my pleasure. You make me feel welcome and relaxed. So it was all nice. Good. Happy to be here.
Good, good. Thank you. So if you guys found this episode valuable, please leave a comment below. I know you're I know our volunteers would love to hear any feedback or moments that were impactful for you all. And don't forget to share this series with a friend or family member who may also be suffering from a thyroid condition and is looking for some help, you can catch the replay here on my IGTV, or I will go ahead and post it on my YouTube page as well, Coach Sarah Joy. That is a much easier shareable link, so I encourage you to watch the replay there. And if anyone else is interested in volunteering and being featured on a series as one of my next thyroid warriors, I encourage you to DM me anytime so I can get you on the calendar. And thank you all for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.